Hello and welcome to Bloody Tree Gaming. My name's Amy, aka Warpfiends, and today I am joined by...
Hello, I'm Tammy, aka the Autumn Witch, and we are also joined by...
I'm Luke, aka Samime, coming from the wonderful land of Bleeding Tree Gaming behind me.
Yeah, it's always a bit moist underfoot, but you kind of get
Yes. So, yeah, we've got a full house this time. The Warhammer Day reveals are coming out not this weekend, but next weekend on Saturday. A lot of exciting stuff. And as you might see, there's a little bit of a rumour about Emperor's Children. Now, let's not get our hopes too much up. We'll discuss it. We'll come back to it. Because...
They're already sky high.
Yes. We've been promised a lot of chaos. And despite the fact that Tzeentch unfortunately got his face covered here,
all changed.
Yes, they have announced the name of a new exclusive model that's being released on Warhammer Day, which is the Sorcerer Zarketh, Bane of Law. Law of Bane. That sounds very much like a Tzeentch model. So
it is, and unless they're just screwing with you and it's something completely different.
So I wouldn't get too downhearted. Like they've just really badly screwed Tzeentch on the graphic design there.
It's a very, very weird way of just purposely putting the Warhammer logo over this really stunning piece of artwork.
I know. Like you shrink it down a little. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that picture's just too full to fit it in anywhere. So. Yeah, who knows? There's also been a leak of a Soulblight event model. I couldn't find any pictures of it at the minute, but it's like Half King or something like that. So that could be getting shown off. Maybe they're saving that till later. Who knows? They also showed us this little bomb rat.
Pally model.
Yep. I'm guessing this is going to be Underworlds, although I could be wrong, of course. We'll get to that soon.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so diving straight in then. 40k.
Joy, because 40k has been so great recently.
Yeah, it's certainly tested a lot of people's patience, and particularly these roadmaps we got at the Nova one on amazing.
Yeah, the great big announcement. The roadmap for the rest of 2024 with 40k is that there's no more 40k in 2024.
Yeah.
Spent much of the roadmap just saying about stuff that happened since the launch of 10th edition.
So yeah, we know that there's Blood Angels ending the year, so anything that we see is probably going to be coming out next year.
Yeah.
We know, obviously, Militarum, Eldari, and Knights are the next 3 codexes.
Well, I'm thinking that they've got these are 3 armies that could do with a few more models. So I'm wondering if it's like a sort of compensation for the 3-month dry spell.
Yeah.
That we're gonna get. I mean, because that's a Krieg dude.
Yeah. Don't forget, in the last preview, they actually said that Militarum are getting a full Krieg release.
Yeah, they threw that bone out
and Eldaria, and I'm assuming Imperial Knights are getting a few new models as well, which is why they're focusing on these. They're not saying first quarter or second quarter. They're just saying 2025. So
yeah,
the feeling that I'm getting is that those are the armies that are going to be getting some upgraded stuff, some new stuff.
Yeah, but they have said that this is going to be like a chaos heavy reveals, and you can see down here it does say special chaos treats as well as big names. There's been rumours that this could be the time we finally see at least a very early preview of Emperor's Children.
I think Emperor's Children is going to come about the same way the revived Sisters of Battle came about. I think we're going to be seeing... They're going to be doing like a roadmap to it over the rest of the edition. I don't think we're going to get Emperor's Children this edition. I think they're going to I think they're going to be the non-Imperial Space Marine faction in the next edition.
Yeah, it could be. I don't personally think they'll be getting as big of a wind up as Sisters did, but yeah, you're right. Maybe they get some like early previews or stuff like that.
Yeah. I imagine like at the least well, if there is anything at all, at the least it's just going to be like maybe little concept sprue pictures.
Yes, something
they've done
like
that a few times with like armies that have still got like a year or so to come out a few times now.
Yeah.
So we also know that but there's also the possibility of maybe Lost on the Dam. That's a bit more remote now, even though it's always my biggest wish list. Could get campaign books, one-off models.
What we could do now, the previous Guard Codex for 9th, and I think the Index, when it comes to like faction rules where you select which whatever it is, it's got the option for Blood Brothers. So using the Militarum Codex.
I mean Brood Brothers.
Brood Brothers. That's the one. I've been painting Blood Angels.
Yes, that's understandable.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if they might actually add some
expanded traitor guard would be great. Yes, I'd love
like
that.
they do with Brood Brothers.
Yes.
So yeah, we might get it that way, which would be cool. To be able to play traitor guard with the Guard Codex.
Yeah. So the other couple of rumours that we've heard for 40k is that the Demons Codex is going to be folded into the God-specific codexes, kind of like in Age of Sigmar. Which would be a shame because I know a lot of people like their demon-specific armies, and obviously there is a lot of stuff that, people worry might get abused. But one thing I will say is that the way they've kind of combined them in the previous editions, where you can use the Chaos Demons in the specific god-based Space Marine faction. Like they don't share keywords, so it's been hard for like army building and stuff in previous editions. Now they've changed all that in this edition. So
yeah, I mean you can take allied units. It's like taking like inquisitorial detachments for Imperium armies. The all of the Chaos Space Marine lists, they can take Chaos Knights and Demons up to a certain value. So yeah, there's very little restriction other than a points cap. But yeah.
Now there are some Chaos like 40k rumor engines that look like could be a knight, could be an automaton, and people have said like the Castellax automatons are getting a 40k Chaos equivalent. I've seen a couple of people say that online now, so that could be interesting. How true it is, I have no idea.
I mean, Dark Mechanicum would be a cool thing.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Like Vashdor, like releasing at the end of the last edition, kind of giving people some hope of an actual Dark Mechanicum.
That would be good. Anyway, moving on then. Age of Sigmar is the next one, and we know fairly much exactly what we're getting here. It's going to be Slaves to Darkness. That's the only thing that's still to come out this year after the Stormcast release comes. That's probably going to be in the next couple of weeks, and Slave to Darkness is probably going to be sometime like October, November.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be coinciding with a load of the old Slave to Darkness stuff being shunted over to Old World.
Yeah. Like all the old chariots and like Chaos Sorcerers and Manticores and stuff like that. Whether they get replacements or whether it's just a book.
So it's going to be the second wave of the Dark Oath releases that we saw. We had the Army box, and now everything from that Army box is going to get separate releases. We're probably going to get some re-releases of some of the earlier Dark Oath stuff, like from Silver Tower, the Malign Portents, Dark Oath War Queen. Just get it all kind of gathered together in one place, and maybe a few like nice new models. But yeah, it's going to be largely focused on that, I think. So that's about all we're expecting for Age of Sigmar. Anything else? nothing else is due this year, so who knows? They might preview the Iron Jaws Spearhead. I'd love to see that.
I mean, we know there's a Gitz Army box that they're saying is going to come out next year, and the Iron Jaws Spearhead box. That's about all we know yet of any other releases coming out.
Yep. Obviously, the useless roadmap still.
Still don't get, like, do you follow the line or do you just go to the top of the page on the right-hand page to follow these roadmaps? It's like...
It seems like you go down one page and then down the next page, but the line goes the other way.
Yeah, it makes it look like you're meant to follow the line. But
yeah. Who knows?
I mean, that's how you hypnotize chickens.
Yes, yes.
You draw the line in front of them, and they just follow it.
Classic. Yep. So next up, Legions Imperialis, and we've seen this. It got leaked. We saw this whole Mechanicum army box, and oh my god, it looks so good.
Lovely.
Like a load of the stuff that hasn't even come to plastic yet, as far as I'm aware. In like regular Horus Heresy, like the Archmagus Prime on Abeyant, which is just a fantastic old plastic model. The Stratos Automata, the old like what evolved into the Nurgle bloat drones, presumably. This looks a great kit. I don't know whether this is the entire release, like this army box. I'd assume it is. There's a lot in there if it's not.
It does look very tempting to get over to teeny tiny town.
yeah, they are so cute, and I need to do something with the teeny tiny Marines that I bought soon.
See, on the other hand, my eyesight's getting worse, so I might kind of be hoping for them to bring back Inquisitor at 54 millimeters.
Yes. That will get yourself a microscope. You just have slide them, like attach them to like a slide, and just slowly kind of paint with a single hairbrush. Right, so next up is Underworlds. Now we know there's a new season coming. Hopefully we get a roadmap that's a little more detailed than the other ones we got recently.
It's definitely been a very kind of questionable thing for people of whether they're going to carry on with Underworlds or not, because it did just completely go silent for a very long time.
Because that's the best way to treat a fan base that keeps on coming back. Don't let them know anything.
I'm so glad it has come back though, because I think, like, whether or not you play the game itself, the war bands have been just some of the best models that have ever come out of GW. Like, there's been a few misses, but most of them have just been absolutely fantastic, and I'm glad we get to keep that. So yeah, you see here this little rat. He has got a sculpted base like a lot of the Underworld stuff do, so that's why I'm claiming it for that. They usually do the wild cards like mid-season, but the starter boxes tend to be some of the biggest factions in the current lore. So I reckon Skaven probably against Cities of Sigmar is my guess.
Maybe in some kind of Akshi setting. Or...
Yes, that would be great. Clan Skyer, do you reckon? Skyer? I can never say that one.
Skyer probably are one of the only ones that haven't had some kind of Underworld representation yet. So that
I was thinking we very much had Eshin and
Pestilence, Eshin. There's been a Verminous one.
Yeah, I mean it could be Mulder, but like for me, like a rat that's got a bomb strapped to it, and that says Skyer to me.
I feel like it's really lower down level, like engineers. It's just like
yes.
Before they have the big ideas of like using warpstone, it's like here's the bomb.
I mean, it's technically technology, like even if it's very, very basic.
Looking forward to seeing what models come out of it, because the Skaven releases for that were exceptional before like the Age of Sigmar got
the Pestilence ones. I'm still waiting for like a main release of Pestilence stuff. That would be great.
Oh yeah, I'd love some more Pestilence models and some updated Eshin stuff as well. Would be great. Like my Scryer thing's kind of finished now, and I'm going into the Verminous way. pieces.
Oh, right. Waves and waves of like just basic Skaven.
Till eventually I've got like 10,000 points of Skaven.
Right, so the last thing we're expecting is Killteam.
Yay, something I know about.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, we've heard rumours that it's going to be Astra Militarum like abhumans, as in like ratlings and ogrins, versus some kind of orc specialists. Obviously, we had the commandos, was it?
Yeah, that was in the launch box for.
Yes.
I've nearly got around to putting them all together, just in time for a completely new edition.
So obviously, Burner Boys, Storm Boys, Knobs, Looters, and Flashgits all have fairly old models, but Tank Busters is the only squad that's still in resin.
Oh yeah, Tank Busters having a new sculpt would be really nice.
But I can't see like Tank Busters against snipers, and I guess like monsters. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see them sort of paired up with a more heavy armor Killteam, maybe.
Yeah, maybe it could be like the armored ogrins. So
yeah, or we might finally get assault terminators.
Yes, yeah. I mean, that's an option.
Because it's a unit that's in the Space Marine Codex, but it's still the old kit. So
I know you've been a very vocal proponent for getting those out there, and it's been quite a way into the edition, and we've still heard nothing about them.
Yeah.
But GW, they can't resist like an extra Space Marines like standard loyalist like generic kit release halfway through an edition. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
just reminds me of like the daycare scene in The Simpsons, but it's like just add more Marines.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wondering if we're going to see any more Eldar kill teams.
Yeah, it could be an interesting way to introduce some of those new squads. We have been told there's new aspect warriors coming with the Codex. It doesn't stop them from doing any more kill teams as well.
Yeah. I think that with Kill Team, it's very much going to be bung out the more niche units, and then fold them into 40k, which is fine by me.
Works for me.
It is weird that like Kill Team seems to be the only way that like Eldari armies actually get new models. It's like...
Yeah. They did have a big release like a few years ago.
Well, they didn't really. They got a few new models, and the Guardian kit got revamped, but there's still a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like
still it was ancient.
It was more like end of edition relaunch rather than a start of edition relaunch, which is typically bigger.
Yeah, the pattern seems to be that an army gets like half a refresh, and then later on gets the other refresh. And I think we've been waiting for the other half of the Eldar refresh for quite a while now.
But yeah, they do want to stretch these out as long as possible so they can, still have models to update.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's everything. We're really looking forward to this preview show to see what's out there. If you think we've gotten this wrong, please let us know. If you think
they will.
Gloriously right.
They will let us know if we get this wrong.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
I haven't had my consultancy into the future like I did with our Nova predictions.
Yes.
It was scary how many of those random guesses I got right.
Yeah, that was some good guessing with the Chaos Dwarfs and all.
But yeah, please consult your Charlie boards and let us know your theories of what you think is going to be revealed next week.
Yeah. Check down in the description. We've got all the links to stuff. Come and join us on Discord. We're having a lot of fun there. We've got obviously Facebook groups. We've got a coffee link. We've got our Element Games affiliate link. All of those have really helped the channel if you could check them out. We've been Bleeding Tree Gaming. thank you very much for listening.
We'll see you later.
See you
Bye.
in the next one.
Bye. Bye. Bye.